let's say you have a line like this, and that represents your major. And this represents your minor. Okay, let's talk about a little truth of cubes or squares and circles. If you have a circle and a square, you should know from basic geometry that you can circumscribe the circle with the square or inscribe the circle within the square. And if you do so, you'll end up with these four tangent points. You with me? Okay. Now, if you blow this up, what you would see is you'd see this. The straight line of the side, and then you'd see the circle coming in and doing this. And there's that one point where those are headed in exactly the same direction. All right? So what the implication of it is here is this. If you can draw your axes, you know that at each point, each endpoint on these axes, you actually have a perpendicular line going like this. Watch for the ellipse. So if I draw that and I just curve it in a little, and I draw this one, and I just curve it in a little, and I draw these guys crossing like that, but curving them in a little, and I draw these guys like that and curve them in a little. Huh. I wonder what the ellipse is going to look like. You know, okay. You see what I mean? So you can actually create really good ellipses using the major and minor axis method. Yeah.
I heard this, everyone's tried to explain how to ellipse before in the past. I wonder if this is right or not. When you have a side of the cube, any surface, you do the diagonals and you find the major and minor axis?
No.
Okay.
It's like, well, you do find the major and minor axis, but not using the diagonals.
Okay, well, I'm saying, the part where they kind of outside the cube, the curve, they say it's a little bit, like you find the midpoint of that line and it's a little bit out of that.
Well, close. I'll explain all that before we go much further. Well, let me show you this again here. Okay, so you can practice using these ellipses. Practice drawing them at all angles.